2.5, 2.75, 2.95, and done. 3, 2.5, 2.75,
Are we still counting?
We're still counting.
2.95, and 2.75. Okay.
Are we still counting?
We're still counting.
2.95.
There's a lag.
There seems to be a lag.
Yeah, there is a lag.
We're live.
Super. So if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right online, posting consistently, showing up, building visibility, but growth still feels like pretty slow, this episode is going to help you understand why. Good evening and welcome to the SHELeads India Podcast. I'm Dipti Divekar, and today we're talking about what really helps women entrepreneurs grow. And this is through digital trust, partnerships, and ecosystems. Because growth doesn't come only from working harder or posting more, it comes from being partnership ready. I'm joined today by Sangeetha Sashindran, a partnership strategist and ecosystem advisor who works closely with women entrepreneurs, communities, and institutions to turn visibility into credibility and collaboration into long-term growth. Hi, Sangeetha. Hello, Sangeetha.
Thank you, Deepthi. That was really sweet of you. I'm excited to be here. It was lovely for you to invite me, and I'm looking forward to anything that I can share.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming today and welcome to the podcast officially. It's really lovely to have you here. Looking forward to some nice
I'm
conversation.
honored.
Excellent. So before we dive in, I'd like to give you a quick overview of the platform behind this conversation, and that is SHELeads India, which is founded by Nikita Vora, and it's a learning platform where women entrepreneurs learn digital marketing, marketing technology, and AI to grow and scale their businesses. This is the main idea. And this is locally, regionally, nationally in India and internationally, which we will talk about later. So with that context set, let's talk about how digital presence becomes a gateway to real partnerships. Sangeetha, shall we start?
Absolutely. I think we all start small. We are often women entrepreneurs are solopreneurs. And
Yes.
I think digital presence helps first as a credibility filter. And
Yes.
when we communicate clearly, then we also have our own direction defined, and it creates when we have a digital presence, it is it creates a mood board. It defines our values for anyone who's looking for us to see, and for us also to move in the right direction. And I think trust is what moves you from isolated thinking to sharing platforms and ideas with other people, and then you see your horizons open up. And today, all businesses depend on their digital presence and digital intelligence to take anything forward.
Wonderful, yes. And it's all about looking credible, about trust. It's not just about looking big and shiny. These things matter the most.
I think even just having your LinkedIn profile with clarity on what you do defines whether you will actually be speaking to another person or not, or whether they will reach out to you or not. I think that's it. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. And that brings me to my next question. I'm glad you said that about LinkedIn, because there are some signals that we send out to our social media that mean obviously different things to different people. So how do you consciously communicate these signals to attract the right collaborators? It's not like having just more followers. That doesn't do the trick. How do you get the right collaborators?
That's a very, very good, intelligent question, because I think what we communicate, we try to do a lot, but what we need to do is three things. One is to communicate with clarity so that your intentions and the direction in which you're taking your business, that's important. And whatever you put out there, put fewer words, fewer images, but make it tight and clear. So clarity is one. The second thing, that if I'm approached by someone, if someone's checking me out, I'm looking for a partner, they would also see consistency. So the second thing about communication is that you should come across as being consistent. You're not a fly-by-night operator. You've been there, you've got testimonials. And so there is, in your work, in your workflow, in your values, I think the consistency, there's something about the long-term partnership kind of thing. And the third thing is you should have confidence to put yourself out there and speak about yourself and say that I'm ready to take on any inquiry. Confidence to say that I can answer you. Confidence also to say that I don't want to go there. So in any communication, I think it's clarity and consistency and confidence, and you will get the collaborator coming in if you have all of that.
Yeah, the 3 C's. Confidence is a big one. A lot of people, they're very good at what they do, but when it comes to showcasing it or explaining it, they sometimes hold themselves back. And this is one of
I think
to get over.
I think I've seen a TED talk where they say, like, when women entrepreneurs communicate, they say, like, I have a small business. And that in itself is, I stopped myself from saying that after seeing that show. But that's true. It's the confidence with which you say, and you know that you can be bigger, and that's something that you should have in every communication that you put out there for everyone to see.
You can probably say the same thing, but if you just turn it around, it shows that confidence that's required. Wonderful. Yeah. If we're talking about, okay, this is like, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, we talk about communities and how they evolve from being support groups into strategic growth partners for women. How would you showcase that transition?
I think when we talk about growing at all, it is growing from a limited thinking to a more cohesive thinking with other partners, and then growing to be an ecosystem. I think we all do this even from the beginning, but then growth to us is having our product out there, but also growing an ecosystem that allows for you and others to grow with it. But I feel what I have seen is that communities become strategic when trust is paired with structure. So when I work with CWE, Catalyst for Women Entrepreneurship. So we have, if you grow, then you also belong to certain communities like SHELeads and Empower Her. It can get you to better platforms. In CWE, we have academic programs. So when entrepreneurs come, you can reach, say, Stanford Seed Program or trade delegations. I just went on an innovation delegation to Israel because there is an online presence, and you are elevated from being an individual to being something more that can add to the ecosystem of women entrepreneurs. And this
Wonderful.
is one very, very nice platform that can, in fact, this podcast, I'm here because of your She Leads and Empower Her program in December. And
Thank you. Yes.
you're my strategic growth partner.
We are privileged to have you as a
So I think,
strategic growth partner.
it's
And you
true,
did
like,
such a wonderful mentoring job that day. Wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So a collective reach is what we're looking for when you want to do strategic partnership. It is collective reach that you're looking at, from communities to strategic partnerships.
Correct. It's just moving away from that mindset of competition to collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah, the collaboration works absolute wonders.
Yes, there is. That's absolutely true. You should look at your fellow entrepreneur as somebody who can add value, and you can add value to them. And,
yes.
Yes.
Especially when you are doing the same thing, and also when you are doing different things.
Very different things. Yes.
Also, everybody has their own thing to add, to bring to the table, and you just bring all that together, and it just works.
Yes.
You know.
I really like when there is a cross marketing. Like, I can go, well, what I do is international education, but I can partner with not necessarily colleges or consultants, but rather publishing companies, like something completely different. So when you do the cross marketing, you add to each other's markets, which is great. And this is why I like collaboration so much, or partnerships, growing partnerships.
Yes. Wonderful. So what do you think separates a valuable partnership from a distracting one? Or sometimes, working with somebody, it can get a little draining on the system, right? So how can we manage that?
I think we are by nature being extremely distracted by this amount of information that we have all the time, and we are on our screens. That's there. But when we talk about partnerships in business and what is distracting collaboration, I think two things stand out for me is if both people have clear outcomes and the direction in which you're going with your collaboration benefits both, and that's a good partnership. And I think partnership is not a one-time transaction, although it can be an exciting transaction, and I'd love to try out new things with new people, but I would look for direction and mutual intention if I have to do it the second time. I think it's a little bit of a feel good. You need to feel good about it, but it also has to work as a business for both people. And I do say try out things, but when you're trying to do, even when you're doing, let's say you're doing a podcast together, I think there is a mutual intention. There's a bigger thing that we see that's affecting our markets, our values. And I think that direction is one of the things. So, and focus really protects your energy. So when you're talking about distraction, when you're more focused, you have better direction. It helps with time.
Yes. I think many founders, they confuse being busy and being lots of activity with progress. Yes. But you can actually get more done when you are more focused. It's very important.
It's lovely when I think when you've reached, you do nothing and it still works.
Yeah, at the beginning it is like that though. As you said, you don't know what to do,
you don't know which one works,
and you're experimenting. So it does take a little bit of time, but once you get that direction, how do you say, things progress even better and
Even
faster.
better. And I think you
Yeah.
should keep a watch on that. You should watch what's working.
Yes, and what's
Keep
not.
track
Yeah.
of where you're losing time, energy. Sometimes it's just mental energy.
Yeah.
And do you want to pursue something that looks good, but long term, it doesn't add value to your own business?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's important to say no sometimes.
It's not easy. You need lots of experience for this, but it's
Yeah.
definitely the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're going back to the digital part,
Yes.
women just posting online rather than using digital marketing strategically. When should they really start this strategic thing, especially for posting online?
I think we all start with being visible, right? And we post, like we automate posts, and we have to do something once a week kind of thing. I think that works really well in the beginning, so then you're seen. But posting online changes when you scale. It has to change when you scale, because
Yeah.
when you have identified what decisions you have made, what products, what business models have worked for you, okay, then you have a clarity on how to use your digital tools strategically. I think I was listening to a podcast recently where this person said, like, go back to 2025 and see all the decisions that you have taken and which ones are the top 3 decisions that has given you the biggest ROI. And I found that advice really helpful, and in sorting out what kind of applicants come to me and who's bringing me back. Like, all my work has been word of mouth, but there have been some people who've been consistently getting me, um, people over 10 years. And I said, like, yeah, that's valuable. That's valuable calculation. What is the ROI on the decisions you've taken the last 1 year? So it's important to keep track. The other thing is that when you shift, your strategy shift comes after you have a clarity on your audience and the value you're offering. So you don't want to do everything for everyone all the time. And when you scale, you need to do that. When you go to the next level at all, you need to have an idea of who exactly is your audience and what need are you, or what problem are you solving for? What is your direction for your company? Are you growing laterally, deep? You should know that. And I think this is where the third thing I would say is that what kind of ecosystems are working for you? Do you want to belong to all kinds of groups, or do some groups help you leverage your business better than other? So I think on all
Which
fronts,
comfortable with also, yes.
Yeah. So I think all of our organizations, Catalyst for Women Entrepreneurs, SHELeads, we are trying to promote women entrepreneurs. So you belong to some group like this, you have to see which ones work, but you can belong to all. But you can use digital marketing to leverage what the organizations do for you. Yeah. So like I saw a lot of posts on the December event that you held. And I think that's a very nice way of promoting your own business, saying that we are part of this bigger organization.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that's when you become strategic and you're not just doing everything all over the place. Yeah, visibility without direction doesn't make sense.
Yes, just jumping in without the clarity is, as you rightly said. And also the other problem is some people delay too long as well. They don't jump in at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and sometimes the timing is so important. You have to do it like you should be doing. Yeah, like they just wait too long to be perfect sometimes.
yes,
So
yes.
that's
And
there
that
too.
perfect doesn't come.
It doesn't. And I think the timing is something, it's nice to have. It's the season. Yeah.
It's the season, yes. So then how can AI and digital tools help women entrepreneurs validate the markets and, partnership opportunities even faster? Because we don't have big teams, we don't have big budgets. So now that AI is there, how can we use that?
I think we don't have
Validate the
teams,
markets.
but we do have AI and we have these digital tools that
Yes.
level the playing field. I think that's important. And one is, so what are the tools? How can you validate markets, you said, and
Mhm.
partnership opportunities faster? So when we're talking about speed, we're also talking about efficiency.
Mhm.
So the one is faster signal reading. Like I can analyze digital engagement, how many people came on my site, how many people bought, what kind of people bought, search trends, what kind of trends are there, what kind of responses am I getting.
Nice.
So it's, in short, it's a quick ROI check. I can do it on my phone before I start work every day. So that's the signal reading, or checking the pulses becomes so much easier. The second thing is assumption testing, especially for women entrepreneurs. I think like we are so attached to what we offer that we assume that we're producing the right kind of things, we're approaching the right kind of markets, and it's going to be a sale. So
Yep.
I think the tools that like AI tools, even ChatGPT tells you which is a better financial model. It can give you complex marketing solutions. It can, the way you test messaging, like, okay, this is what I want to put on my LinkedIn profile, or this is how I want to talk about the sale that is coming up next summer or whatever. But it tells you, even ChatGPT comes up with, oh, why don't you use these words? And it is good. So I think, and it's faster. Like I'm not sitting there trying to do like, yeah, I use a lot of ChatGPT for this show. I mean, like the podcast as well. So I can have a structure in how I'm saying it. I want to include certain things that I want to say. Yes, absolutely. And I think one more thing is, especially with partnerships, you can use digital footprints to just an analysis to help see whether your partnership, collaboration fits. Does it overlap well? Is your infrastructure compatible? Is your digital platforms compatible? Can you work together on the same page, literally on the same page, before you move into a deeper collaboration? So from a partnership point of view, I would say that is it's a nice alignment tool to have. Yeah.
Yeah, this all doesn't have to be intimidating. Data validation, and as you rightly said earlier, leveling the playing field before we were stuck because those people who could do it were the techie ones. But now we can get that done for us, and we can just concentrate on the bigger picture.
Even I can learn.
Even I can learn also.
Yeah.
So if we can do it,
I have a lot of those
anyone can do it.
moments. Oh my God, even I did that.
Yeah, been there too.
Yeah.
Awesome, wonderful. I had the next question of which simple AI tools can non-technical founders use to collaborate better? I think you've already answered that question. We don't need
but
to.
I'd like to say something about that.
Please do.
I'm
Please,
just
please.
thinking about what happened recently to me. And I
Oh,
think
lovely.
simplest AI tools that we all use today is ChatGPT,
Right.
Canva AI, maybe Notion AI, maybe Otter AI. These are things that we use all the time now. And although I'm in this education, I do international education, I consult for international education, and I help people get into the best universities in the world. And this I've been doing for decades. But I also have this other side of me that treks, and I have a master's in textiles. So there was an opportunity that came up, and I wanted to do, like, I have this brand called Wild Iris, and I want to do clothing for women in adventure or travel.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so I'm answering this question on which simple AI tools. So I was sitting in Europe, and I did my entire, and I got an order for 1,000 pieces of something, and I was sitting somewhere else, and I wasn't home, but I found a vendor online, and I designed my logo on Canva AI, and I got the whole thing manufactured. I was simply amazed by what just simple AI tools can do for you. And I'm really not a techie at all. This is when I said, okay, like, I can learn, anyone can learn.
Wonderful. This is such a fabulous example.
Yeah, it was nice.
I love it. Love it. That's a pretty cool thing that you're doing on the side as well. Probably not on the side, it's like parallel, right?
So I feel
taking your passion.
You asked the question earlier about, like, is it a distraction? I thought a lot about that before I said yes to this, but yeah, I did it. And it was a cool distraction. It's not going to be a distraction. I'm going to take it further.
Good. Wonderful. Yeah, tech is an enabler rather than anything else, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk a little bit about storytelling, and how does it build partnership credibility more effectively than just direct selling, especially for women founders. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I think the best story that I can tell, recently I had gone to your event in December, and there were the Sutta sisters.
Yes.
And they make, they started during COVID, and they engaged weavers in rural areas. They talked with communities, and I thought that was a perfect example of storytelling, really, really worked. And so everything that they have on their social media, their digital intelligence is perfect. All their social media marketing, it has got a focused audience, and they say the same story. And it's the story that really builds the trust with the customers. And I can't think of a better example of storytelling gone right. And I think they used a lot of digital tools. They hired the right kind of people because they knew their skills here, and they hired digital marketing people, and they are where they are. I think they were talking about something like they started with 6 lakhs, and they're now at 800 crores. And
I know, right?
Amazing brand that is just grown out of storytelling, and they stuck to that story. It's so powerful.
Yes.
And that's why consistency is really, really nice. Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
that's the example that I can think of.
I love the example. I mean, they did a fabulous part, and they were fabulous in our event, and we all know about them beforehand, but like hearing that story from them on the stage was really something.
Yeah, and when you see them, when you even see their products, their saris, you know that story already. Like, it's there in every packet. I remember that they also have the story of the weaver in the sari that they sell. So it's just beautiful example of storytelling, aiding this digital presence, the digital intelligence, marketing. That's a good example for storytelling.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Nice, thank you. Yeah, good reminder. Okay, so if you're talking about mindsets, okay, what foundations, I mean, both digital or mindset related, what foundations make a business truly partnership ready? How do you know that you're truly partnership ready?
I think anytime you have a partnership, they look for reliability before looking for, say, innovation, new products, or new. They look for reliability. So I think one of the things is when you have your digital foundation, some of the questions that you can ask yourself is, what are your systems? Do your systems allow for this partnership? Is your infrastructure in place? Are your workflows shareable? Can you integrate another business into your work systems? It could be simple use of Slack in your office, or
Correct.
And it's very simple. And that's the digital tools that you use. Are they partnership ready? But also on the other side, mindset. I believe it's about, are your people, is your team ready to take on this new responsibility? Are they ready for the change in roles because there's a partner coming in? Are there assumptions about the change? Can you verify that? They might be thinking that the partner brings in these kind of troubles or these kind of rewards, and are you able to address those assumptions as a founder? And what is your team's relationship with you? Is that going to change the way hierarchy is, the leadership? Does your language change? So I think in terms of mindset, I think I would look at the team and see if that works. Yeah.
And when I go back to say, we say that you talked about reliability, right? Yeah. So it's very important, like how you said, systems in place, teams in place, resources in place, and to absorb a partnership. And for me, like the main thing that I say is to never overpromise and underdeliver. Do it the other way around.
Yes, yes.
Because reliability is so important.
I think so.
Said. And meeting your promises is the most, if there's one thing that you had to do, I would say that, just meeting up with the promises that you've made.
That's absolutely true. I also think that when you're focused on one thing, then the promises come out better. If you have a clarity on what you're doing. In fact, I would say like ecosystems. When you build good ecosystems, it connects the right kind of people. I'd like to take an example of how this actually works. When are you good partners? When are you good ecosystems? This is a catalyst for women entrepreneurship, where I head partnerships. We had an event, I think in October. We connected with this other women's network called Unlock Impact, and which was only for social entrepreneurs. And we'd got investors on board, and there were social entrepreneurs within our systems who could come and pitch. They had select. So it was like we got 40 entrepreneurs to come for that event, and we had, I think, 4 investors. There were 5 chosen pitches, and 4 went away with mentorship, with funding. And I think that's a good example of how you focus on one thing and then you have much better returns on whatever you're doing. Like, be very, very clear about your thing. Then you know that, when you're saying, are we partnership ready? I think when you know that you are in this sphere and you are also engaged with a larger ecosystem that can help you move further, that's a good place to be to scale.
Yeah, lovely. Absolutely. Excuse me. So I know you have a lot of experience internationally as well. So you can tell us, in your experience, how can women entrepreneurs access global opportunities through these digital partnerships? Like, even if they're currently operating locally, what's how do you say, the way forward to get out there into the world?
I think today there is no such thing as local. I think global
Probably.
is only digital. Okay, it starts digitally, not geographically. So yeah, and it's true that I've been in international education. So I've got clients from South Africa to Europe and US and Europe, and I'm managing time zones all the time.
Yeah,
that's true.
same
That's
boat.
as an individual, I know that it can work and work from sitting in one small place with an internet connection, and that's all you need to. Today, it's just great. It's like a miracle.
I know.
On a bigger scale, at CWE, I think I mean, this is probably my favorite topic, about how there's so much potential in us, and we should be growing internationally. We should be showing ourselves internationally. So in CWE, we have academic partnership with schools like Stanford. We're looking at LSE for conducting programs for women entrepreneurs. So CWE is actually a nominator for Stanford Seed Spark. So that's one, and we have other academic connections. We've sent women on trade delegations. Recently, we spoke to there's an organization called FIEO, Import Export Organization, which is the HubSpot for SheTrades, which is ITC, and they had a UK trade delegation, especially for food manufacture and textiles, I think. Yeah, so we got some of our entrepreneurs to apply for that delegation. So there are trade shows, and like I said, there was this innovation delegation from Israel, which I went on, which was fantastic. It just opens up so many possibilities. And when I brought back opportunities, there were so many people who could apply. That was just simple thing. And we are just sitting with one phone, maybe a laptop, maybe not, but there are women entrepreneurs out there who have services products that can be taken internationally. They can get international collaboration. It has never been as easy as it is today. And I think being digitally intelligent gives you a massive advantage to be seen and to also know about all of these events and opportunities just right next to you.
Yeah, at your fingertips.
Yes.
Yeah, when you say the word global, it feels like such a big deal and such a big thing, but it doesn't now. It just means you're connected. Yeah. I love all this work that you're doing in the international market as well. And even with SHELeads, that's the whole point, how to get women entrepreneurs to come out of their houses and out of their comfort zones and get their businesses into the world. Yeah. Wonderful. So as we close, I want to know, what is one thought or habit or belief that that woman entrepreneur needs to let go of? Or I was going to say or, but actually and one that she needs to step into, just one of each, what to let go of and step into.
Okay. I think you should let go of telling people I have a small business. I think we should let go of thinking of our limitations. That's it. And
Wonderful.
what should we do? I think we should all be generous about sharing knowledge, sharing tools, sharing connections. In fact, today I would pay it forward. I am here because of the women entrepreneurship space, and it feels so good to be able to talk about all the things that could help. It's helped me. I hope it helps you. And I think scale doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing things together. And
yes.
yeah.
It doesn't come from doing everything alone. Yes.
Yeah, I urge every person today, like who's watching this, connect one woman entrepreneur to a vendor, to a women entrepreneur group, to an opportunity, to a news item that could be interesting, useful, and explore. You as a woman entrepreneur are building this ecosystem. Once you connect one entrepreneur to one more, you will see you are building the ecosystem. And I think that's wonderful. That's how we start.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be my takeaway from this, if I could say that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sangeetha. Thank you for bringing, it's a huge amount of experience and depth, that you've brought today to how women entrepreneurs can grow through their digital presence and their partnerships and, either getting into or expanding their ecosystems. So a huge
thanks so much for having me,
everyone.
Honor.
Yeah.
It's been so interesting speaking to you. Thank you so
much.
It
is. Hope to speak to you again soon. Yes, we'll take it forward. Yeah, thank you. And to everyone watching, if this helped you to rethink your growth beyond the hustle, share it with a founder who's ready to grow with others, because that's the whole point of today's discussion. Collaboration and helping others, paying it forward, like Sangeetha just said, because businesses don't scale in isolation, they scale in ecosystems. This is Dipti Divekar. I'm signing off until next Thursday's SHELeads India podcast. Keep learning, keep building smart, and thank you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.